love this music.
The first year of the 21st century, the UN Millennium Summit was held. At the summit, the world made pledges to cooperate by 2015 in achieving Millennium Development Goals set up to solve 8 major issues ranging from poverty, hunger, education, gender equality, infants, children, women, diseases to environment. Through the World Changer campaign, Funk, a cyber diplomatic envoy, wishes to realize the dream of seeing children and teenagers of the new millennia grow into future leaders who make the goals and values of MDG a reality.
Okay, a gap coming. Here's a serious problem: is the difference of the gap between the rich and the poor. In this world, almost half of the population, which over 3 billion people, live on less than $3 a day. Also, over 1 billion people enter the 21st century unable to read book or sign their names. 20% of what population consumes 80% of energy, while the rest 80% of people are even start to choose to start a war to protect the remaining 20% of energy. Also, 1 billion children, which means 1 in 2 children in the world, live in poverty. While we are hard to against obesity, we are hard to against fast. 35 people in a minute, 50,000 people a day, and 18 million people each year die of starvation. Why it happened? Is the God really unfair to them, or are they really unlucky to born in the poor country? The answer is not. In this world, the richest people, just over 1% of the total population, holds almost 40% of global wealth, while the 50% of poor people share only 1% of the remaining wealth. And this is very shocked. And everybody knows the GDP, right? GDP means the gross domestic product of one country. So for here, the GDP of the 41 poorest countries, which involves 567 million people, is less than the wealth of the world's 7 richest people combined. And this is very shocked. And this kind of rich people can easily multiply the monetary market and control the world. And we all know that the richest are easily to become richer, but what about the poor? But the poor have almost zero possibility to move out of poverty. So for us, it's very necessary for us to help them, to give them a hand. So how can we do that? We can find some news on the newspaper or on the website, and they say that we can donate some money or send some clothes we don't wear to the poor area or to the poor country. But I don't think. But is there a real effective solution to help them move out of poor? The answer is not. So for me, I think the most efficient way is to help people directly. Here's an example which Korean organization help the global poor country.
The United Nations University World Institute for Development Economics Research reported in 2000 that the world household wealth stood at a total of $125 trillion. Year after year, the gap between the rich and the poor is reaching its widest level. Is this suffering someone else's problem? Korea, the world's 10th largest trading nation today, was in fact one of the poorest countries in the world 16 years ago. Streets were flooded with people dying of hunger and orphans abandoned. the whole world poured out donations to help the poor Korea. Now Korea is the first nation to become a donor nation from a recipient of global aid. "3,500 staffs from Korea's world-renowned aid organizations and NGOs are working at the forefront in relief efforts in about 60 nations around the world. Good People, a UN-affiliated organization, is also reaching out to neighbors in need across the globe.
So these Korean people are really good guys because they choose to go to the other countries to help people directly. But for here, we need to know that the only way we can help people to avoid the poor problem is just to give them education and knowledge, because only by this way the people can overcome it by themselves. Also, the teachers here plays a very important role. And some of us may think that it's hard to find enough teachers because there are too many people who need to help in the world. But I think this is not even a problem. Why? Because it's very easy to solve this problem. The answer of this problem is yourself. We can move ourselves to another country just to help others, to help the poor people. And here's the website called the Teaching Abroad. We just need to click it. We just need to choose which country we need to go, and we just need to find which class we need to study, we need to teach. And then we just go there to teach. It's very convenient. But this just convenient activity can help us gain knowledge, can help us reach their goals, and can help us move out of the poor. For the end, I will show an advertisement. Although this is an advertisement, it's very beautiful, and I will share it to you guys.
When I discovered that I could make a huge difference in this world, it changed everything for me. Did you know that research shows that nearly all Christian giving worldwide goes to minister to people in nations that are predominantly Christian, and very little is used to minister to the lost nations of the world? In addition, the predominantly poor and lost are 300 times more receptive to Jesus Christ as compared to where most Christian giving is utilized today. In testing this, we identified the top 10 ministries that we could find in the world based upon measurable outcomes per dollar invested. What we stumbled upon was amazing. Rather than just 300 times greater results, as the research showed for evangelism, our top 10 ministries resulted in over 30,000 times greater outcomes for evangelism, discipleship, and Christ-focused compassion ministries. What this all means is rather than just providing food and clean water for one person for a year, who is also led to the Lord and taken through the New Testament, for the same dollar amount, through our top 10 ministries, we're able to do this for well over 30,000 people. Let me say that again. $1 invested to our top 10 ministries gets a 30,000 times greater result than the average dollar given today. Now is your opportunity to apply this eternal return on investment approach. It will exponentially increase your lasting impact in this world, as it will matter to you, God, and many others forever. We invite you to visit our website at roiministry.org. There you will find an eROI calculator and see how easily we can make wiser investments into God's kingdom. Investments that will result in huge lasting outcomes where moth, rust, and market fluctuations can never destroy.
Try to be a teacher and try to be an angel. Thank you.